Hello there. Today, July 12th, 2021, our title is about comparisons. And we are going to use the superlative too. But one more time, we are going to express sentences using the superlative adjective. What are those? Don't worry. As usual, we are going to see the new expressions that we have in our student book. So you can see here many pieces. This is a puzzle. I can say easy puzzle. In a sentence, this expression, I have an easy puzzle. It's easy. I can do it as fast as I can. Another expression that we have is difficult puzzle. As you can see here in the second puzzle, there are more pieces than in the first one. So here we have difficult puzzle, easy puzzle, difficult puzzle. How will be the sentence? I have a difficult puzzle. I have a difficult puzzle. But in this moment, we are going to focus only on the expressions. But I want to show you these expressions in a sentence. In this case, what do we have? This is a bracelet. Right? That bracelet is cheap. Cheap bracelet. What about this? Oh, let's see. I buy that cheap bracelet. But in the other side, we have this is not a cheap bracelet. It's an expensive one. Expensive bracelet. So I said, I buy an expensive bracelet. So what is the opposite of expensive? Cheap. What is the opposite of cheap? Expensive. What else? In this case, here you see a sandal. So a bit of sandal. Let's see here. This sandal is comfortable. Comfortable sandals. Comfortable sandals. Look at this sentence. I buy a comfortable sandal. But what about this one? Do you think that these sandals is comfortable? You're right. They are not. They are uncomfortable. Uncomfortable sandals. See? Comfortable, uncomfortable. Comfortable, uncomfortable. Uncomfortable sandals. So in this case, I buy an uncomfortable sandals. I can't believe that I buy that. Now, in this case, we are going to use those expressions in the new pattern. But in this time, we are going to take one part of the expressions, the adjective. Remember, easy puzzle, difficult puzzle, comfortable sandals, uncomfortable sandals, cheap bracelet, expensive bracelet. So these are adjectives. So if we want to compare, we use easier, more difficult, more comfortable, more uncomfortable, cheaper, more expensive. But in this case, we are going to use the superlative, and the superlative change. So for example, the adjective is easy. When I am going to express this, I am going to use easiest. Is when we compare one thing with the rest. Okay? So for example, difficult, most difficult, comfortable, most comfortable, uncomfortable, most uncomfortable, cheap, cheapest, expensive, most expensive. Remember when I told you that when the adjective has one or two syllables, we add the air or the I-E-R. In the superlative is the same. We add the I-E-S-T to the adjective because easy has only 2 syllables. E-C, E-C, only 2. What about cheap? Cheap, it's only 1 syllable. Cheap, cheapest. That's why we add the EST. But what happened when the syllable, when the word has more than 3 syllables? For example, difficult, comfortable, 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 3 syllables. In that case, we add the word most first. That word comes first, and then the adjective. Most difficult, most comfortable, most uncomfortable, most expensive, and so on. Remember that we are going to use the superlative. Superlative. Let's see here. For example, this is a leader subtitle that says English is the easiest one here. Now, as you can see, I am expressing that in this case, easy, English is an easy subject comparing to the other ones. In this case, here we have, that is an exam. Let's see this sentence. This religion exam is the easiest one here. So it's the easiest because math, science, social studies, and so on are difficult for me. So this religion exam is the easiest one here. What about this one? So if the religion exam is easiest, what about this one? X, Y, this is math. The sentence is, this math exam is the most difficult one here. Is the most difficult one here. As you can see, in this case, we are using the word most. In the first sentence is the word, but it's written in a different way. Best, easiest, most. So why Miss Danai? Because the adjective difficult has 3 syllables. Difficult, 3 syllables. So one more time. This math exam is the most difficult one here. Another, that is a sweater. We can say, this sweater is the cheapest one here. Cheapest one here. But what about this jacket? This gray jacket? I can say, this jacket is the most cheapest? No, Miss Danai, what are you saying? I'm sorry. This jacket is the most expensive one here. We need too much money to pay and buy this jacket. So this jacket is the most expensive one here. So remember that when the syllable has, the adjective has 1 or 2 syllables, you should use the EST or IEST at the end of the adjective. But if the adjective has more than 3 syllables, you should write the word most before the object. Okay, let's see. We continue. What about this one? Oh, these are high heels. And these are sneakers. In this case, we use these. These high heels are. These high heels are the most uncomfortable ones here. Ones. Why, Miss Danai? Because in this case, it's a pair of high heels. A pair of high heels. And that's why we said ones, because high heels is not singular. It's plural. These high heels are the most uncomfortable ones here. What about this one? This is a pair of sneakers, not high heels, sneakers. What can I say about that? Sneakers. These sneakers are the most comfortable ones here. These sneakers are the most comfortable one here. So as you can say, the first sentences in the other slide, in the previous slide, are singular. But in this case, in this slide, you can see that we are using some objects that are in plural, okay? Well, you can have here this activity. We have puzzle, puzzle 2, number 3. Oh, what is this? Number 4, sandals. Number 6, this is a bracelet. Number 5 is bracelet, but look, pay close attention to the bracelets. One is cheap and the other is expensive. In number 5, I can say, this bracelet is the cheapest. A lower cost is the cheapest one here. One here because it's only one. In number 6, I can say, this bracelet is the most expensive one here. One here. One more time, one here because it's singular. But what happened with number 3? I can say, oh, this sandal is comfortable. The other, I think it's uncomfortable. Now, I said, these sandals are the most comfortable ones here. Ones here. Why ones here? Because sandals sandals are plural. Okay, it's a word in plural. So number 4, these sandals are the most uncomfortable ones. Listen, ones here. Because one more time, this word is plural. Well, remember that you should practice this activity at home and use what we learn here in class. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a good day and see you the next class.